that he influenced to get passed that benefited the economy?
That benefited the economy?
Absolutely.
Well, securing the border. If people would get off, wait a minute, if people would get off that, you know, there's Americans that like to work too, right?
I thought you said Americans weren't wanting to work. I thought you said they weren't accepting jobs. They weren't wanting to work for, you know, the level of, you know, like money that they're worth. You said that they were wanting too much and they weren't willing to work for the amount that they're worth.
I never said that.
Really? Because I remember that in this conversation.
I never said that. Where do you get that from?
Maybe that was the last
first time we spoke.
Maybe that was the last guest,
that
but
was
I'm pretty sure that was you.
That was the last. No, we haven't spoke on that. That was the first time I spoke on that.
Was that really the
my
last
point
guy?
on that?
I must be going crazy. I'm sorry.
My point on that is, you know,
it's because they all run the same type of argument.
Yeah, that's definitely my bad.
So my point on that is,
well, while you're thinking of your point, Ron, I just want to hop in and say, quote unquote, securing the border is not something that's benefiting the economy. Donald Trump is actively targeting people that are adding to the economy. You can talk about the undocumented immigrants that pay into taxes who get nothing in return. And specifically, we know that they're targeting them because they've been doing ICE raids on farms where they got the information from the IRS. That's why they knew where those actual undocumented immigrants were located. And Donald Trump is actively trying to shrink our economy through immigration with the mass deportation and the amount of money that it costs to complete mass deportation. So that's not helping the economy.
So if you're right, how is he benefiting from that?
Who?
Trump. Off of
What
what you just said.
Wait, who said that he was? Well, I mean, the only way that he's really benefiting is he's throwing red meat to his base. I mean, he's making you guys. Donald Trump is very performative. So as long as you guys think it looks like he's doing something to you, that's enough. You guys don't actually demand results. You just like to see him do stuff. That's why he dresses up and gets in a garbage truck. That's why he dresses up and works at McDonald's. Like, as long as it looks like he's doing something, then it's fine. That's why Kristi Noem is out with, you know, her ICE vest on and all this other stuff. They're all performative. They're not actually doing anything. Yep.
Listen, I work for a living. So
do I.
I go to work. Wait a minute. I'm not saying you don't. I go to work every day. And
I would dare say Parker works more than both you and I put together. And I know I work a lot.
I don't think that's true.
I literally, the amount of time that you spend online, yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't really consider that work.
Okay. What's work? Can you tell me what
the problem with that generation is, you know, when you think about the laboral sense, you know, that I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
so he must say that CEOs don't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, CEOs work.
Mm-hmm. So I'm a CEO of my own company. Did you know that?
I'm a CEO for my company.
Yeah, good for you. So how are you going to say I don't work?
I don't really mean to put it like that, but because I'm more of a laborer.
Well, Ron, can I give you a little bit of perspective? So
yeah, go ahead.
I am 38 and I've literally worked manual labor jobs. I mean, one of my first jobs before I went to college, I worked in a carpet manufacturing facility where I loaded carpet onto trucks by hand, like rolls of carpet, until I learned how to actually drive a forklift, and then I could use the forklift to put the carpet on the truck. I have had multiple hands-on physical type jobs. Even in college, while going to college full time, I worked overnight from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. for Bose Industry, installing actual speakers into their radio systems. I've done a lot in my life, and when I tell you, like, the amount of time that I spend online and debating people and actually engaging in these conversations is more taxing mentally and physically than any other manual labor job that I've done. Like,
I don't know
it
if
literally
I hold that same perspective. I feel like I would definitely like that. That sounds like a lot of work. That sounds like a lot of work.
It's mind numbing. The difference is when you're doing manual labor, yes, it's physical, but a lot of times it's just rinse and repeat. It's, pick this up, move this, put it down. Pick this up, move this, put it down. You can turn your mind off. You can listen to music. You can talk to friends. You can do other things. When you actually have to intellectually try to engage with people who either don't know things, appeal to pure emotion, or they tend to actually engage in racism, sexism, classism, like all of those weird things. Hell, I debated a Schnazi the other day. Like, I never thought in my entire life that I would be debating a Schnazi online. Like, it's way tougher than you could ever imagine, Ron.
Okay, so you guys got me on the social thing because I'm not a social person. I don't have the patience for it. So I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure that it's very draining what you guys do. I don't take work away from anybody in what they do. I'm a very physical, laboral person. I don't work for somebody. I work for myself. I build homes. I remodel homes. So my thing is real, everyday, physical. And in your line of work, you're dealing with a lot of stress, and that can be however you want to view it. My point is that these jobs that you guys that everybody talks about, that because they're being taken out of the work field. First of all, let me just say this. In America, if Americans break a law, we get in trouble for it, correct?
I think that's everywhere.
Typically, but like not always. Like there are lots of laws specifically which are not enforced. And secondly, if you're someone like Donald Trump, you don't get held accountable for the crimes that you commit.
Okay, so listen, I can't dispute politics with you because you're way more advanced than I am on that. I'm not going to sit and dispute whatever. Okay. In my lifetime, so my thing is this. It seems to be that it's okay if you come across the border without going through the proper channels, you broke an American law, right or wrong.
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
If you come into the country undocumented, but I don't think it should be enforced if you haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime.
Me as an American, I can't give an excuse on why I break a law and they just wash it under the table.
Hey,
that happens all the time.
Law in America.
Let me pause you for a second, Ron. Quick question. Have you ever shot off fireworks?
I have.
Have you ever shot off fireworks in the inner city?
I have. I'm from the inner city.
Okay, perfect. Did you know that most inner cities have a fine for firing off fireworks if you're caught? It's a crime, but they fine you.
If you fire off the wrong fireworks. Yes.
No. If you in inner cities, it's illegal to actually fire off fireworks, but people still do it. Now there's a fine, and the fine for firing off fireworks is about $1,100, right? There's also a fine for crossing the border. Do you want to guess how much the fine is for crossing the border?
These people ain't just crossing the border.
No. I'm just saying. Would you like to guess what the fine is for crossing the border?
What is it?
$250.
Okay.
So the United States of America, the actual government, the crime that you are specifically speaking to, it is a misdemeanor, and even more so, it's a low-level misdemeanor that even the government does not actually put emphasis on because of the actual leniency that is given to asylum seekers. The fact that America was actually, hey, Ron, America was founded by immigrants. They wrote a constitution for immigrants, meaning understanding that other immigrants were going to come into this country. You think the founders didn't want people coming here?
That's not about, people are more than welcome to come here.
Got it.
America's built on that. That's not what we're talking about. What I'm talking about are the people that are coming over here.
Can you tell me like can you tell me the story of the American Revolution?
Oh my
like in
God.
the Declaration of Independence?
Listen, I told you my only point of talking to you is, I listen to you all the time. I listen to you and your partner all the time, and you're just way too advanced political for me. Okay. I don't really, my point of getting on here tonight is to just get your perspective, because I've lived it first. Some of the things I've lived firsthand. Okay. So the things that I disagree with is the way that America is talking right now, like what people are doing is okay, and it's not okay.
You know what? I actually don't agree with that. I actually don't disagree with that point, because people are normalizing MAGA and like the beliefs that MAGA has specifically, and they're acting like that's okay. You have centrists acting like it's the same on the left and the right, as if Donald Trump didn't, literally incite a violent insurrection at the Capitol and then pardon violent rioters on January 6th who beat police officers.
I literally had someone today tell me that picking Donald Trump over Kamala Harris was the less of two evils. And then I ran down the quote unquote evil things that Donald Trump had done, and they couldn't list the one evil thing that they say Kamala Harris did. And Parker's exactly right. There's an equivocation that the things that the people on the right are doing, like trying to coup the country, like trying to take voter rights from people, like trying to actually take just the right to due process away from people, putting them in concentration camps. Like all of these things are not the same thing. Like they're not equal. It's being normalized because these people are being given a platform, and for some reason they're made to feel as if they're justified in the things that they're doing, and they're not. They're not. That's what's not normal, Ron.
You're right, it's not normal. Do you realize that regular Americans are taken to jail every day? Every day. The justice system is totally backwards, right? Is that Trump's fault?
Donald Trump has weaponized the justice system. Literally, one of his quote unquote enemies, John Bolton, just got raided by the FBI. Donald Trump has literally said that he's going out for vengeance against some of his enemies. People specifically voted so Donald Trump could get vengeance, Ron. He's weaponizing the Justice Department. Donald Trump called himself the top justice official in the country. Literally. Parker, did you hear when he said that the other day?
I didn't. That's nuts. That's fucking
crazy. He said that he was the top justice official, which is not true. That's not true. Clearly defining that there is no longer a separation between the Justice Department and the President of the United States of America. Donald Trump is weaponizing the justice system that's already fractured.
And wasn't Kamala Harris a part of that?
What? What do you mean?
Wasn't she the Attorney General?
You mean in?
What are you laughing for?
Wait, not under the Biden-Harris administration. No, she was the vice president.
Wasn't Kamala Harris a part of the justice system in California?
In California, yeah. But what about it?
So isn't she a part of that same corrupt system?
No.
What? Wait.
No.
Yes. As a whole, the justice system needs reform. Hold on, listen to it for a second, Ron. As a whole, yes, the justice system. Hold on, just listen. as a whole, the justice system is something that definitely needs reform. It is not something that is actually just. You can see that at a disproportional rates that Black and brown people are not only arrested, but also exonerated. Yes, the Justice Department needs to be reformed. My point is that Donald Trump has already taken a broken and corrupt system and exploiting it more to benefit him and his friends. So you can say, well, wasn't Kamala Harris a part of the, she was a part of the justice system. It's not the same. Like you can say people were part of the government, but they weren't a part of this government. Like literally Donald Trump has shifted and he's coalesced power under himself. He now has Congress bending the knee to him. The Supreme Court won't push back on him. This is a different type of government, Ron.
So why did, let me ask you this. Why did Donald Trump send the military into Washington, D.C.?
Because he's fucking crazy. Literally, like, it makes no sense. The crime was at the lowest rate in the past 30 years when at the beginning of January in 2025, the idea that DC has such high crime that it needs to be addressed in that type of way is unbelievably ridiculous. Most of the people who are living in DC didn't want that to happen, right? They didn't want... What's up?
I challenge you not on an angry aspect of it. I want you to understand that. But I challenge you to drive to Chicago.
Why is it always Chicago?
Wait a minute. It ain't just Chicago. I'll say it like this. I challenge you to drive to any major city.
I live in LA.
Oh, Parker, you gave it to him too quick. Dang it.
Fuck.
Parker lives in LA.
And there's certain parts of LA you won't go into, right?
What?
Right?
I've gone all over
there's
LA.
Certain parts of LA you won't go into, right?
I've gone all over LA, but sure, there's certain parts of every city I wouldn't go into. Like, people live there, their houses are there.
And do you think that's fair for the? No. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about there's certain neighborhoods that you won't go into in LA, correct?
Because I'll never be there in my life? Or are you saying because of like the crime?
Because you're scared to go there.
There's not like a specific city in my head off the top of my head where I'd be like, I can't drive down there. I've been to plenty of places in LA where I've driven through.
I was in LA a couple of weeks ago and I went to Compton.
Yeah, like I mean,
there's that.
I don't know if I can say that, but it's I've done production stuff all over LA.
Yeah. Ron, I think the thing that you're trying to
areas you're not going to go into, correct?
I think the thing that you're trying to actually do is equivocate that there are certain areas that are hyper focused with crime. I'm assuming that you wanted to say Chicago because you wanted to point specifically to O Block, right? I think that there's an actual, like, it's like a fairy tale, like something that's bigger than reality, that causes people to actually build this up in their head and make it more than what it becomes, like the story of Paul Bunyan.
Brother, I'm from the inner city. So
I am too. I am too, Ron. Literally from the inner city. Hey, Ron, fun story. So listen, this is how inner city I am. So in the apartments that I lived in, we didn't have a basketball goal, but we did have a blacktop. And there were two apartment buildings across from each other. And what we would do is actually draw like a square on the side of the building. And we would play basketball against each other on the blacktop. And you would aim at the square on the side of the building because, again, we didn't have a hoop. That's how inner city I am, Ron.
Yep. Okay.
I'm just saying, you're trying to equivocate. It's not a thing. Like, listen, Parker can talk to the numbers. We can speak to the numbers. We can speak to the lived experience. We can actually talk about the multiple things that's happening. Like, you've been propagandized, Ron. Sorry.
I've been propaganda. I can't win against these guys, man. They're just too.
We have such good arguments. Is that why?
I don't even know if it's an argument. I just, it's just you're you're very educated and you're very mindset. That I'll give to you.
You know what? I
You're
appreciate.
educated very well, but I'm coming from a standpoint that, you're defending something. I don't know. I don't think you're looking at the whole picture.
Tell me, what am I missing?
The reality.
What about the reality?
The reality is anybody can sit and they can. I don't even know how to. You guys are just.
Ron, you can't go back and say what you wanted to say because we've already debunked that one.
This is what I think. This is what I think. I don't think the views are. I mean, if you could understand my point on this, it's people speak on a lot of things, right? And they go off of a lot of things. Like you guys go off statistics and all that stuff. And I can understand you explaining to me that's how ghetto you are, right?
I didn't say anything about that's how ghetto I am. That's not what I said, Ron. Thank you for the flower mask. I said that, yes, I am from the inner city. I know you're trying to equivocate inner city to ghetto. I get it. Whatever, Ron. The point is, literally, we can speak to the actual empirical data. We can speak to the live experiences. Like, this is what happens, Ron. People have like these ideas, and really what it is, Ron, is it's feelings in your tum-tum, right? You feel like, because you see Parker up here and you see a young white man who you think doesn't have lived experience, you think that he can't relate, you think that he doesn't know anything. So you hear Parker talking about numbers. And so you then try to come in and say, well, you haven't done this, or you haven't lived this, or you haven't done that. And then I come on the actual live, and not only am I backing up Parker and his numbers, but I'm actually speaking to your lived experience, and I can go band for band with your actual stories, right? And then you have no points because the feelings in your tum-tum are no longer valid because, again, we can talk about individual.
What do you mean?
The fifis in your tum-tum, that means you go off of your feelings instead of empirical data. That's what it means. But literally, the things that we're speaking to, the actual stories, they're all backed by data. They're all backed by real things. It's not just how we feel.
All of it's not.
Fifis in your tum-tum.
What do you mean by tum-tum?
Your tum-tum. Your tum-tum, Rob. Fifis in your tum-tum. Feelings in your tummy.
I don't have
in your tum-tum. You do have a tum. Everybody got a tum-tum.
I don't deal in feelings, brother.
You've literally been appealing to emotion this whole time.
Yeah, like what?
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm 54 years old. I done lived my fucking life, basically.
What does that have to do with anything?
It does got something to do with it. Nothing I do today is going to change. The way the generations are now is the way that they're going to be, and they're going to keep getting worse.
Wait, I just want to let you know that's not true. You as a 50-year-old doesn't mean that you don't have any impact on the world. You know, the president is older than you and has impact on the world. Like, I think that's ridiculous for you to say that you can have no impact to the world at your age.
No, I'm.
What are you talking about? Everyone can have an impact. Everyone can have an impact. Every single one of us. I'm no different. I'm literally some random fucking kid that grew up in Iowa that just started debating people on the internet.
Listen, I have an impact on the people that I run into every day. I help people when I can, that type of thing. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay?
And what are you talking about?
I chose not to. I mean, I don't even understand when all this politics stuff. Nobody even cared about this politics stuff 20 years ago.
People cared.
People definitely cared.
No, not like they are now. Not like it is now.
Hey, Ron, did you realize that like every major movement throughout the course of the United States history has been led by young people? Young people have always been politically active. Young people have always been politically aware. there has been a lull, right, where they've been distracted by other things. But when you look at what's happening today, literally, young people are at the front of this movement. They're the ones that's igniting this movement. They are the ones that's driving this. Listen, I'm 38 years old. I'm an old man. Parker's young. Parker is, that's why I said he's on here doing this every single day. He's literally one of the young people leading this movement. And Ron, the reach that these young people have is important. But Ron, it's our responsibility as the old guys. The benefit of getting old, Ron, is you gain wisdom. And it's our responsibility to actually give them wisdom so they have the energy to continue to change the world. Ron, you have a role, and you should actually use your role in a positive way instead of just saying, I can't change anything. I can't reach these young kids. Literally, hey, you're supposed to be an elder, Ron. It's your responsibility. What are you doing?
I reach the young people that I have contact with.
Dude,
and
you're on a live in front of like 8,400 people right now. You're in front of a lot. You're on the live in front of 8,400 people right now. You're in contact with a lot of people right now.
I know. What do you mean by that? I'm impacting.
There's
you mean from just talking?
Yes, literally. There's 5,000 people listening here on TikTok, and there's 3,400 people listening on YouTube. And what you say influences what they hear and what they're responding to. So you absolutely, given that you're in front of so many people, have an influence. Be in front of so many people, I have to understand the position of power that I'm in, right? The position of privilege that I'm in, to be able to be in front of so many people, to be able to share my mind specifically and to influence people. And that does have influence. It has vast levels of influence.
I understand.
Also, I got 51 people on YouTube as well. So don't forget my 51 YouTube.
Understand
YouTube people.
Yes.
I understand that, and thank you for explaining that well. I got your point on that, but I just don't feel like the right people are listened to sometimes.
Sure. I think you should be listening to me instead of people like Donald Trump. I'm not lying to you. I'm not going to lie to you, but Donald Trump will. You can, by the way, I just want to let you know, you can see me admit when I'm wrong on live streams. Every single day I go live, I admit when I'm wrong.
I don't see, and I do the same, but I don't see, when I view Donald Trump, I just view Donald Trump as he wasn't in politics prior to running for president. And in my lifetime,
he was.
I've seen, huh?
When did Donald Trump run for
Democrats? He was giving all the Democrats all that money for all them years.
Ron, when was the first time Donald Trump ran for office?
In 2016, or you want to say 2014, he started?
No, he ran before that. He ran in 2000. He literally ran for office in 2000 and he failed. And ever since that, he literally has been backing different politicians. Hell, he thought so much of Kamala Harris that he actually donated $10,000 to her in her campaign. Donald Trump has been active in politics for a long time.
I understand that. He did. He donated. I just told you, he donated all the Democrats for all those years.
But he also ran for office, Ron.
What office did he run for?
He ran for president in 2000.
I guess I missed that one.
He did. He took a major L. That's why you missed it.
Well, I mean, I missed that one.
That's fine.
I didn't know he did. But if you could understand my point, he's just, to me, he's just, Donald Trump has been speaking on politics from way back when, back in the 80s and 90s. I know that. And some of his predictions was right.
Like what?
Like he said, if he ever ran for office, he talked about the different wars that were going on, the different whatever. I like I said, I'm not like you guys. I don't do this stuff every day.
I guess.
Ron, I don't think you guys are being very fair to me because I've already told you that I'm not.
Wait, but Ron, so do you feel like we aren't being very fair?
No, I think I think you guys are being very fair.
But you just said you feel like we're not being fair.
Well, because you just asked me that. I'm not really.
But do you feel
like if Donald Trump ran for president or ran for an office in 2000 and he
yeah, but Ron, I just need to know, do you feel like this is a good faith conversation right now?
Yes.
Okay, so the fifis in your tum-tum is telling you that we're doing a good job,
You're
right?
talking about my tum-tum, I don't deal in prison.
No,
I've been
though,
listening.
Like, we want this country to be a better place. I think you can see that. And people like Donald Trump don't. I know they continually go on the internet and they go in front of the public and they say that they love this country, but we can point and look to their actions and we can say these actions, right, don't align with what they're saying at all, right? And we can give examples. We can show you how that's true. And these aren't even just like, oh, maybe it is the case that we could disagree on it. These are like explicit, blatant examples of them being a horrible person, right? Of him supporting policy that destroys this country.
And Ron,
I believe Donald Trump, and this is just what I believe. This ain't a, but I believe
it's what
Donald
you feel.
Trump,
Go ahead.
I believe Donald Trump is taking. I mean, Ronald Reagan was a freaking actor.
Unqualified.
And literally one of the most detrimental presidents in U.S. history, but continue.
He was the governor of California.
And literally one of the most detrimental politicians in United States history, but continue.
Do you think Gavin Newsom is qualified to be president?
Fine. That's fine. I understand you. It doesn't matter. I don't think any president that we've had, if you want to
wait, I have a question. Is Gavin Newsom qualified to be president?
Gavin Newsom. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
I mean, it depends on what your qualifications are, but yeah.
Wait, based on your qualifications.
Now, why you want to ask me that? I just told you.
Well, because he's the governor of California, so you have to say yes, even though you disagree with him.
Governor of California.
So yes, he's qualified, right?
That don't just make him qualified.
But
would you say that when people are elected president, that they know what they're getting into when they get into office?
Wait, you said that the reason why Ronald Reagan was qualified was because he was governor of California.
That ain't why I didn't say nothing about him being qualified. I just said that he was an actor prior to getting into politics. You didn't let me finish my half-ass point that I was going to say. Excuse my language.
It's okay, Ron. Go ahead and make it whole, ass Ron.
I like this guy. But anyways, everybody's against Donald Trump. And I believe it's because even some of the Republicans, and I just believe it's because he's an outsider.
Maybe he's an outsider because he's a horrible person. Maybe he should be an outsider because he's such a horrible person. He should be in prison.
Oh, let me tell you what. Let me just ask you this then. Donald Trump said to a foreign leader, or he said to the cartel, and if you touch a hair on any American's head, I'll kill you. And showed him a picture of his house.
You're conflating the stories.
I'm what?
You're conflating the stories. He didn't say that to the cartel.
Who did he say it to?
He was saying that he said that to what was the Middle Eastern leader? What's his name?
Taliban. I'm sorry, the Taliban. Yeah. I'm sorry, the Taliban.
Was it the Taliban or ISIS or
I actually don't remember off the top of my head.
What's his name? Abdani.
Listen, don't you think that was pretty bold? Don't you think that was pretty bold?
He made it up, friend. It was another one of the Donald Trump specials. Hey, do you know what Flex Unlimited is, Ron?
What is?
Flex Unlimited.
No, what is it?
So Flex Unlimited is a United States company that's located in Western Ukraine. Do you know why that's so important?
Why?
I have a
Western
guess.
Do you know what happened with? Did I
I
send that to you?
I have a guess. Is that the one that was just recently bombed?
Yep. Literally, it's in Western Ukraine. It's out of the active war zone. Putin specifically attacked in Western Ukraine, in an area where there's just they're not. That's not a war zone, and he hit that American company, and it killed one person, and 17 are injured. And Donald Trump and the White House still, and this was 2 days ago, have not put out a statement on that actual strike. So I don't think Donald Trump is as tough as you think he is.
See,
I just realized that guest never paid me the $100.
They never pay, Parker. They never pay.
After he says he was running multi-million-dollar businesses.
They suck.
I was watching.
Let me think a few people real quick. Hold up. Let me think a few people real quick. Alicia, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will make sure to just message under the same one. Thank you so much. Emily, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Jillian with the $1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Jay with the $75 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Jay. Can we get some W's for Jay in the comment section right now for the $75 on PayPal? Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. Lauren with the $6. Thank you so much. Again, W's for Jay in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Love you with the $2. Thank you. For Ron, I'm only 18 years old and I've been partaking in activism work for the last 6 years. It may feel like you don't have an impact, but I promise you, you do. Every little thing we do, we have an influence. That's so true. That's so true.
Real quick, Nicole, thank you for the 10 for the feelings in your tum-tum. I'm dead. Also, Lovey, thank you for the 2. Yeah, really, literally said the same thing, and I couldn't agree more. And also, Girl Rock Lover, thank you for the 5 over on YouTube. I got 80 people watching now. Boom. Thank you, guys.
How do you guys know how many people you got watching?
It tells us in the top right. Right now on TikTok, it says, where it says 4,900, 4.9 thousand. That's the viewer count.
Mine and yours is saying 4.8.
Yeah, it says 4.9 now for me. Yeah, so that's just on TikTok. Yeah. And then I also have YouTube. So we have 3.3 thousand people on YouTube as well.
My YouTube chat just said they're bots.
Yes, everyone in my life is a bot. They're not actually real. Yeah, they're totally fake.
My YouTube is unhinged.
Unbelievable. All right, so here.
Holy shit.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Fucking massive W's for Susan with $100 donation, saying just for being you. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Susan. That is insane. Wow. Thank you.
W Santana in the comment section, seriously. And W Susan. I want to see some W Susans at least for like the next few minutes. W's for Susan in the comment section. All right.
So you don't believe that Trump is just trying to stop the killing in Ukraine?
I don't think he is. I don't think he is at all. And that's why he defunded Ukraine in terms of the funding that we're providing for them to take care of the defenses. And then he brought it back. He realized that he fucked up.
Lindsay, thank you for the 15 for being a bot. Yeah, no, Ron, I think that Parker made a great point, right? Donald Trump, I think it was hubris, right? Him thinking that he had the ability to actually dictate to other world leaders and thinking that he was stronger than he was. And now he's realizing that, like, basically he really messed up. And I think that's where it is. And this is the last thing I'm gonna leave you with, Ron. I know that you say that you're not like really political and you don't know these things, and you see things and you have like life experiences, which I can appreciate that. I really do. But when you said you listen to Parker and Dean all the time, knowing that you sit and listen to them, something is resonating with you, Ron. right? So if you're actually willing to sit around and listen to them, that means that they're saying something that you know is true. And Ron, if you clearly give up the fact that they know more about this than you do, and for some reason you're not immediately running away, you know something there is there, Ron, why not actually shift and really lean into the people that you for some reason are drawn to because they're telling the truth, right? I mean, if these young men are actually saying something that's resonating with you, then Ron, like, you should actually try to figure out why it's resonating with you and maybe like lean into that instead of standing so strong in your convictions when you don't have anything to actually back it.
You said a lot, but what I'm going to say to that is this. Yes, I do listen to them, right? And I'm listening to their views on, I'm going to say, on an educated standpoint. And I just don't feel like in the whole scenario, I listen to a lot of people. There's actually one on there that I really can't stand because he never lets anybody. What I can appreciate is at least you guys let people speak and then you respond. Some people, they just cut them off, or however you guys mute them, or they just shut them down. It's their side or no side. So what I do appreciate is that they actually listen to the other side before they respond. So that doesn't come across to me as hateful. I don't like hateful. You get what I'm saying?
For sure. Does Donald Trump come off to you as hateful?
Yeah, he's very hateful. He's
How
very
can you support
hateful.
him, Ron?
Listen.
Come on, Ron, you seem better than that. Like, legitimately, you seem like a pretty decent guy. You seem like you may be willing to actually, listen to different point of views and understand different perspectives. But it sounds like Donald Trump fundamentally goes against a core value of yours. That doesn't make sense, Ron.
It hasn't been, let me just say this. It hasn't been proven to me, right? Because it's politics. Politics are corrupt. No matter how you look at it, right? They don't give a fuck about.
We're independent media, though. Like, I'm independent media. I'm myself. I don't have a management company. I don't work with anyone. Right? I'm owned by myself.
I understand that, and I respect that, and I don't view it as you are. Right? You ever going to run for president?
God, I wish you would. Yeah, Parker would actually make a really good at the very least, like fucking mayor or governor or something. Parker, like, not now, but damn it, at some point, something.
I don't feel
maybe
like
some point in my life, but I don't know. I'm young. Like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of growth to go to as a person. I'm also someone that really wants to be involved in my children's life as well.
Yeah.
And I know how politics also can affect the relationships of family as well. So that's also something I really take into account as well. There's a few things I definitely take into account with that.
And also, it's got to be a weight-bearing job, right?
No, yeah, like especially on the anxiety, and I have issues with anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you have issues with anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you choose? And I know I've listened to some of your debates also. You and your, what is that you guys do? When you guys go into some forum and somebody's across the table.
Did you see Parker debate on Jubilee?
Jubilee, yeah.
No, I'm not really sure what Jubilee is.
It's like the format where I debated Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, a little bit. You guys yell at each other so much and go back and forth. I can't keep up half the time.
A lot of my conversations, I didn't have anything like that. The only person, Jordan Peterson was kind of yelling at me a little bit. I was really nice to Jordan Peterson, and I was really nice to Ben Shapiro as well. I think I changed my approach from my first time with Charlie Kirk. But although I've been watching it back recently, and I like my I like how I debated Charlie Kirk, to be honest. I
For
think I
some
interrupted him a
reason,
little bit too much, but I with the college is a scam one, I definitely wouldn't have brought up like religion if I could go back in time.
I don't know why like those clips are starting to resurface and blow up again on Twitter, but like they're everywhere on Twitter. And the one that I never heard you actually do with Charlie Kirk was like the DEI debate. That was so good. I was like, holy shit, how have I never seen this one? They've been like everywhere on Twitter now.
Yes, I reposted that one here recently, and that's probably why they're going around on Twitter right now.
Oh, that makes sense, because it wasn't your account. It was like other accounts that I saw it on.
Yeah, I also reposted the ones on Instagram. I reposted one has 5.4 million views on Instagram, and then the other one has 6.7 million. So like they really blew up and got pushed again. I posted the one where I debated Charlie Kirk, and they put it on the second account on Twoobly. So it's not even on their main account, and it's about politics. So way less people saw that. Less than 10% of the people who watched the video saw it. It was like 2 million people that watched that video. And then there's like 30 million views on the other Jubilee episode. So I really wish they put that one part of the episode in there, because in that political aspect of it, Charlie lied so many times. That's the recent one I did that hit 6.7 million. It's just him lying the whole time, or him not knowing what real median wages are, or him saying like it's actually like unhinged. Like I would recommend anyone to go watch it. It's like an unhinged, like he just doesn't care about lying essentially, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
Now I have people the comment section spamming 6-7. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Shay. I appreciate the $10. Thank you, as well as Winfred. Thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Nicole, thank you so much for the $10. Go ahead.
So, just one other thing I want to get your perspective on is the pardons.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the
perspective on is Trump pardoning.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't think anyone can make sense of that. Like, him pardoning the January 6th violent rioters, to me, that tells me that's the best piece of evidence for why he incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol. Like, prior to him pardoning the violent rioters, I literally didn't run that argument because I thought there was good enough plausible deniability for them to say, like, oh, since he said it was peaceful, it is the case that we could also say that, like, he wasn't really trying to do that, even though it is the case that there is an aspect of it where it took him multiple hours to tell them to stop. Right? There is enough plausible deniability where there are better arguments for me to run. But now that he's pardoned the violent rioters, it's so blatantly obvious to me that he incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol. And that's literally like that. Not only does that mean that he shouldn't be able to run again, like, because according to the Constitution, but I think he should be impeached.
So why do you think he got reelected?
Because people were misinformed, because people bought the bigotry towards immigrants and trans people. And it is the case that they blamed the Biden-Harris administration for inflation that was global and that had nothing to do with them specifically, nothing that they didn't cause inflation. It was global, and it was related to COVID affecting the supply chains.
So do you think that if Biden would have ran against him, he would have won?
No. He would have lost by greater numbers than Harris lost by.
I do think it would have been a landslide.
So if Kamala Harris is so good, and if she would have been such a good president, then why do you think that?
Why do I think that she lost?
No. I asked you if
I said
Biden
that Harris would get way more votes than Biden. Biden would get less votes. That's what I was saying.
He would have got way more, but she still would have lost, right?
What?
She did.
No, he's saying that Kamala Harris did better than Biden would have done if he would have ran. Also, I'm just going to add this as well. Like, yes, there's an attributing factor where people just don't understand how things work. They don't understand inflation. And so that's why they attributed inflation to the Biden-Harris administration. They were propagandized. That's why the Trump administration spent $215 million on anti-trans ad when transgender people are less than 1% of the population. And there's multiple factors, but also can't forget that literally this country was founded on racism, sexism, and classism. And when you talk about the fact that Kamala Harris is a Black woman and more white men showed up to vote for Donald Trump than any other president in U.S. history, directly speaks to the fact that white men wanted to actually protect their spot. And that's what it really boils down to. Multiple factors.
Do you think it had anything to do with her being a woman?
Yes.
That's what he just said. Yeah. That
Okay,
there
but
was
I'm saying
misogyny targeted towards her.
Mhm. We can tell this because for some reason these didiots, Parker, didiot is my word. That's damn idiot, didiots. These didiots still come up here today and try to like invalidate her run throughout, you know, her career by saying, "Oh, she slept with Willie Brown," insinuating that for somehow that she could sleep with enough people to actually get voted into office. Like they really leaned into the actual sexism. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, you had people coming up on the live stream saying that they wouldn't vote for a woman because it is the case that they think that women wouldn't be respected on the world stage, which is obviously absurd. There are plenty of women in positions of leadership that are actually respected to a significantly greater extent than Donald Trump is. For example, Angela Merkel, when she specifically was in the position of chancellor in Germany, it was the case that she was highly respected on a global stage, way more than Trump. Like I'm talking 3 times what Trump is on a world stage in terms of
Also,
confidence rates.
they named Angela Merkel the new leader of the free world during Donald Trump's first term because he was so bad at being the president of the United States.
So what you're telling me is all this stuff that's going on with Trump, him stopping the wars and him working on Ukraine and Russia now, whatever the war was that had been going on for 30 something years that he stepped into and got peace on that.
Which
or
one was
ended
that?
war. He did that.
Which one was that?
I don't know which one it is. It's when he had those 2 leaders sitting next to him. There's the one before, right before he had the meeting with Putin.
Okay. System, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Absolutely. They said violence has gone up against trans people because of Trump. I work at a hospital and get attacked more often than others. I see the reports. Seriously.
But literally that's how it is. And I again, like even you can talk about his first term and the rampant xenophobia that occurred towards Asian Americans because he perpetuated the quote unquote Kung flu, right? He literally actually did that. Donald Trump has a knack for putting marginalized people's lives in danger. Hell, Ron, he did it this past election when he said that they were quote unquote eating the cats, eating the dogs, putting a target on not only Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio's back, but literally any other Black person, because to normal people, they can't tell the difference between a Haitian, between an Ethiopian, between a Nigerian, hell, a Black American. For normal people, they just see a Black person and they say it's a Black person. And so they just knew that Black people were quote unquote eating cats and dogs because the potential president of the United States said that. Donald Trump continues to actually put marginalized people's lives in danger. Also, Jen, thank you for the $2 beep boop over on YouTube. And Jillian, thank you for the 5 Benabot. Winifred, thank you for the 20 for the Fifis in your tum tum. And Candy, thank you for the $1.
Players, thank you for the $5. I definitely think he's bad. Juan, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Queens of W's for Juan in the comment section for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, W, honestly. Thank you so much. Queens of W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Armenia was the war I was talking about.
Armenia?
Yeah.
Armenian war?
Haven't they not reached peace quite yet?
There's a couple of peace treaties that Trump supposedly got done and they fell through.
I'm pretty sure it was in like a period where it hasn't completely gotten to peace yet. Now it could, but we're not quite there.
So he didn't end that war.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let me
History of conflict
sure.
between. I see Reuters has a story about it.
It's not quite there yet.
Yeah, like I see a detailed history of their peace talks after exodus of, I can't even say that. Both sides said they want to sign a treaty and end the conflict between both of them. Yeah, so like no,
they have signed apparently they've signed a peace agreement, but it's not set to go into effect yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it says progress towards the final deal slows, and both sides are blaming each other and for the quote unquote.
No. So I apologize. They're set to conclude with the historic peace agreement. I apologize. Yeah, they plan to sign a joint declaration. Yeah, apparently they said that the foreign ministers are expected to initial the text of a treaty, and that side said they had agreed to in March, but have made slow progress since. That's from a Politico article.
I'm gonna read this out real quick. W's in the chat for IKFQ, who sent 100 Thai over on YouTube, said, "Tell this guy the crazy Trump quote unquote wins in the media, etc., is a distraction. That DJT has the most well documented decade-long Epstein friendship." That's true. Like, I do believe that a lot of this stuff that he talks about in the way that he actually tries to deflect in and get away. Again, Ron, it goes back to him just being performative. Like in a lot of different instances, it's just him being performative and looking for ways to not actually have to live up and actually do any of the things that he says that he's going to do.
Okay, so if this criminal behavior, or if this stuff is true, how does he benefit from all this?
Money. Did you know Donald Trump has made over 40% of his wealth this second term in office? He's made more money than he's ever made in his life from being president. It's a grift.
I mean, he doesn't even accept a paycheck for being in as president, correct?
Yeah, he costs American citizens about $25 million a year by golfing. And again, yeah, I mean, you could talk about his presidential salary, but again, like he literally goes to he vacations at his golf courses, where he then makes Secret Service, the people that are protecting his life, actually pay for the rooms at his golf course. And then they also jack up the price because they're charging the federal government. So no, he's not quote unquote taking a paycheck, but he's literally robbing United States citizens.
So you're saying
apparently, according to AP News, there's division specifically on behalf of like whether or not the agreement actually like establishes peace to the region. I would recommend looking at an AP News article. It says Armenians and Azerbaijanis greet U.S. brokered peace deal with hope, but also caution.
So they don't think it'll have any actual weight with creating stability and peace within the area?
Yeah, some do. Yeah, some were just unsure of the meaning of the agreement as well, apparently. So there's also, but I mean, some people also said that like peace is always a good thing. We welcome any step towards progress. So like people are acknowledging some progress within it on some sides, but it seems like some people consider it one-sided.
I'll say this, Ron. Like, I think that we all want peace, and I think peace is super important. But I think Donald Trump lacks the actual, not only the temperament to be able to actually broker peace on the world stage. I think that he lacks an understanding that you can't just bully people. I mean, he takes the approach thinking that, well, I'm the president of the United States, so everyone has to do what I say. And that's the problem that he gets into, especially on the world stage. And that's why you see him going back and forth with world leaders as far as like tariffs, and the reason why he can't necessarily get deals done. It's because it's a difference between him bullying the people in his administration versus him trying to bully other world leaders.
Okay. Here. Ron, is there anything else you'd like to talk about or add before I go on to the next person?
Okay. I appreciate your time, but I do have one more question. How old were you, Parker, when you started all this?
He was an infant.
Say, I'm going to follow all the national, did you start out with just headline news, or did you, I understand you got a degree.
I was 18 years old when I started this. And when I started this, well, I just did TikTok in general. I didn't start doing live streams until I think I was 19 by the time I started live streams, or almost 19, so something like that. Yeah, I've been doing it since then. It took me a bit before I even started my econ degree. Like I was just doing like other classes and like my general sort of classes for like my degree. And I like an elective course and stuff. And I didn't start economics courses until probably like a year and a half into that. 2 years. No, a year and a half. Sorry. I like did my econ degree in like a year and a half, 2 years.
Well, how did you get interested in it? Did you get interested in it then or when you were younger?
In econ? I didn't even get into econ until after I started doing debates about politics. And I started debating people. Like I first started debating random people on the internet, like on what's called Omegle, which doesn't exist right now.
I've seen those clips.
Yeah,
I've seen those clips now.
Yeah,
I said Parker's a baby.
Yeah, I literally look like a little kid. Yeah, that's what I started with. I just debated random people, and that's before I even had a platform, before I even posted videos. When I was like 17, 18, I was just debating random people on the internet.
Hey, Ron, I'll leave you with this. Like, it seems like you've learned a lot from Parker, and that's a great thing. I know I have as well. Maybe just stick around a little bit more and try to be a little bit more open-minded. I promise you, at no point have we said anything in a sense that's been hateful towards Donald Trump or the Trump administration. We are critical of Donald Trump and the Trump administration, but we're also critical of the Democratic Party as well. Like, we should be able to criticize our politicians and hold them to a higher standard. And Ron, we're not, saying, oh, we stand on the left, so the right is wrong. We're saying what Donald Trump and this administration is doing is harming not only millions, but billions of people because of the global impact of what he's actually doing. Ron, like, it's not good.
And I do appreciate you saying that, but I am very open-minded. So I don't believe that you guys are just one-sided.
Yeah, sure.
The topic of at the top of the screen here, it reads, "Why do you support Trump?" So that's the topic. So I'm very open-minded to because you can't get. I'm always open to. There's always two sides, so I'm never directly one-sided.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do appreciate you taking the time to and not just blowing me off.
Of course.
And
yeah, Ron. Well, we appreciate you, and Ron, just make sure you take care of those fifis in your tum-tum. Take care of yourself, Ron.
Get off the tum-tum, man. Get off the tum-tum.
Take care of yourself, Ron.
Feelings. You guys be safe.
You too. Appreciate you coming up. Alrighty, let's go on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. I've got another 45 minutes or so left on the live, everyone. We got probably a few more debates left, maybe probably like 1 or 2 more debates left on the stream, everyone. So if you like this type of content, make sure to follow me and Santana if you have not already. Also, if you're on YouTube, you can also go check out Santana's stream as well on YouTube. Just ask anyone in the comment section, or do you just want to say your YouTube right now on the stream?
Oh, it's Santana Speaks at Santana Speaks over on the tubes. Thank you. And also W's in the chat for Shay. Hey, Shay. Shay sent a $2 donation saying W Ron, goated Ron. Also, I'm sorry, fucking massive W's in the chat for Kelly, who sent a $50 donation saying, hey, Santana, thank you for bringing the voice of being the voice of reason. I appreciate you speaking up for people like me, LGBTQ and all the suppressed communities keep crushing it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Kelly.
As well as Kelly, thank you for the $50. Thank you so much. Put some W's for Kelly in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Kelly. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Great to see you. Trump openly said he wasn't taking a paycheck in his first term, never this term. Yeah, and also, by the way, he even based on his tax returns, we saw that he took a paycheck and he only donated a portion of it. And then also he spent like $130 million on of taxpayer funds on golf trips. So it's crazy. Max, thank you for the $2. Good to see you as always. Of course, good to see you. Rowdy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. And Jonathan, thank you so much for the $11.11. Thank you.
Oh, MAGA cries. Thank you for the 5. Yes, Putin absolutely dog walked him, and he keeps punking him. And also, Ren, thank you for the $6.43. Oh, you're in the UK. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And last but not least, Joel, thank you for the 5. Love a little mini Santana and my 2 goats on a Saturday night. I know that's right. W's in the chat for Joel. Thank you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. If you want to support us, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support us over YouTube Super Chat. Let's go on to the next person real quick, everybody. Only send a guest request, again, if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
32.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay, why is that?
I think he's doing a good job. It's complicated. It's not easy.
Okay. What is he doing that's good?
Well, he's getting a lot of the illegals out. He's a person.
Immigrants?
I guess that's what we call them.
Yes, it is. That is an old sounding phone. Is that a rotary phone?
No, it's actually my other cell phone.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a rotary.
Yeah. So why do you support Donald Trump again?
I think he's doing a good job, quite honestly. He's a person that gets things done. I mean, there's no disputing. He says something.
I have a question. Have you been on the live before?
Yes.
All right. Have a good day.
All right.
We are just looking for people who meet that set of criteria on the screen, everyone. One of that set of criteria is that you have never been on the stream before, everyone. We are just looking for some new debates. Do tap that screen, everyone. If you're on TikTok, let's try to get to 1.5 million likes. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up, everyone. How many likes are we at on YouTube? Let me know in the comment section right now. How many likes are we at on YouTube, everyone?
Also, that was definitely a rotary phone. I don't care what he says.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? For the 3,100 people on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up, everyone. We're at 2,000 currently. Let's try to get to 3,000, everyone, before we end it. We have 40 minutes to get 3,000, to get to 3,000. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay, why is that?
Parker, ask this guy how long women are pregnant.
How long are women pregnant?
40 weeks. Why is he bringing this up?
Bro said last night that women were pregnant for 6 months.
This guy is a liar. You lied on the
literally have it on my page.
You lied on the other stream too.
Sure. 1 second. I didn't have my other phone near me. I got my phone near me now. Parker, before you get into it with him, can I just get 2 seconds? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
Parker, he don't know what he's talking about.
Sure.
He's making this up.
Sure. Give me a second here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do you one better. Let me do this because I had to actually put this together. So his name's Austin, right? And yes. Austin came on and
he doxed me. He's doxing me.
You literally have Austin in your name on your profile, bud.
Yeah, but I don't want that out publicly.
It's literally on your profile. Wait, what are you talking about?
Just call me Trump. Just call me Trump, my president. That's all.
What? What are you talking about, Austin?
Your name is Trump, my president.
Yeah, well, that's my username. Yeah.
Yeah. So you want me to call you Trump, my president?
Yes. Is there a problem with that?
Can you just admit though, like you do understand that there's no way that you can actually dox public information.
What are you talking?
I think
If you click on your name,
have I debated this guy
not
before?
that. The other thing, the thing about the
Have I debated this guy
pregnancy,
before, chat? I think I have. I think it's that Austin. Is it that
that's
Austin?
not my. No, it isn't. They're lying. I never said that. Okay, what are you talking about?
you never said what?
That how long a woman's pregnant for? Like, where are you getting this information?
You literally said that. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find the.
No,
Forget it. I'll just go to my page. I was trying to find the unedited.
Oh yeah, I've
version,
debated this guy.
that's a
Where's the galaxy?
lie.
Thank you. No, it's not. Fuck off.
So let me just do this.
He
real
thinks
quick.
changing his name in his profile picture somehow makes me forget his name. All I had to do was click on his name and see that it was his name. Like that was easy.
Okay, hold on.
Ron, think of the membership subscription. Thank you.
All right.
Abortion stuff. What? Another reason is like the abortion stuff. What?
How long were women pregnant?
I learned like probably like I don't know 6 months.
Literally, he said 6 months. Literally, he said 6 months.
That's so embarrassing. Low key, he needs to actually come back on the live, and low key, he needs to explain that. That's diabolical.
He was literally trying to debate abortion. He didn't know any of those things. Didn't know any of it.
Oh no, I'm not adding him up on the live. He's literally trying to slur in chat. What a fucking weirdo.
Oh,
Blocked
yeah.
immediately. What a fucking weirdo. What a weirdo. Let's go to the next person, everyone. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 50.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
And why is that?
Well, let me tell you. First of all, it's my first time seeing you, and I really like you. You're like really cool. You're really calm, and it's nice to see. And you listen, and it's refreshing. But anyways, let me give you a perspective on why I voted for Trump. And I'm going to just tell you that statistically wise, I'm not going to be able to debate you. I already know that. I'm just going on what I've seen with my own eyes and watched for quite a long time. I just feel the way that Donald Trump has been treated, and the very things that you guys think about Democrats Republicans is the very thing that we think of Democrats. Like what you think of us, we think of you. Misinformed. The situation is not good right now. The world is divided, and it's difficult to have conversations. So I can't really sit here and say, well, what do you think that Trump did so great for the world? All I know is what was really bad. And what was really bad is what I was seeing. And I got scared because I used to live in Minnesota, and I went through a lot over there because I had that crazy governor, mayor guy. What's his, Tim something?
Yeah, we can talk about Tim Walz, but I have a question. Have you been on my live before?
No.
Okay.
I've never seen you before.
Just making sure. Because I think people, maybe you went on Dean's live before. People will remember you from Dean's live. I'm just making sure because what's it called? People are. I was just trying to see. That's probably where people are remembering them from. So, yeah. So, we can go through and we can talk about this. Why do you think that I'm misinformed?
Well, because it's funny how when it comes to the Democrats, they never look at their own party. They never looked at what happened with Biden. What has he done? What it was like with him, Kamala Harris, what it was like with her. What did they have to offer? It's all about let's shoot down Donald Trump. And I think that people, a lot of people feel like he's not a politician, and he wasn't welcomed with open arms.
I feel like this is only a right-wing perspective, because I feel like left-wing people almost like get mad at each other because they feel like they're not focused on right-wingers enough. Oftentimes, like there's a discourse about that amongst left-wingers. Secondly, we constantly look at our own party. I mean, when Biden was running, I was one of the people who specifically said that he should be dropping out, especially after the debates. because I noticed a shift in people's opinions overnight, specifically in terms of how much they were like they were essentially happy with like his cognitive abilities at the time.
Yeah, and not to also to mention the fact that you can't deny that all the rallies that
Wait, can you acknowledge anything that Parker just said instead of continuing with like whatever point you were going on? Like,
yeah,
Parker
I mean,
just-
he was right. He was right with the cognitive and dropping out, and I didn't disagree with anything he said.
Okay, but he specifically called out that what you're saying is not true in the sense that the people on the left tend to not be unified behind an individual. Like he spoke directly to one of the points that you made.
Yeah, because we're constantly critiquing each other, which is actually a really important thing. It's important to critique each other, especially right now. It's important to criticize and critique the people that are going to be running for our movement, because we want the strongest possible person that is running the movement. Now, if it were closer, you know, obviously you would not, you know, put as much of that type of criticism towards the person in which is on the Democratic side, because it is the case that they're running up against the other side and they're better. But it is the case that right now is a time where we should be critiquing the people who are running for office.
Yeah, but when you criticize the people that were running the country, your criticism is a bit faded with smoke and mirrors.
How?
Meaning that Kamala Harris, in my eyes, in my personal opinion, was definitely not qualified to run this country at all.
How? Why not?
Because you couldn't even have an interview with that woman. You couldn't even talk to her. You couldn't have any serious questions. And, you know, let's go beyond that. We are dealing with so much more.
Hey, Kayla, before you go on beyond that, can I just really say this? Kamala Harris was the most qualified candidate to ever seek the office of the presidency for a first term. You can try to talk about her quote unquote inability to answer questions. Just because you didn't understand it did not mean that she didn't answer questions. I think
that's very distorted of you to say that.
No,
Santana.
it's true.
That's
I think
distorted.
that
Because I
it's
saw
true.
it with my own eyes. You can't
Yeah,
deny.
again, yes, we can, because you know what? Your eyes is not the actual barometer of whether someone's qualified or not.
So what we're seeing in an interview, when you need to speak for the people to let them know what you stand for.
Your eyes are not the barometer for whether she's qualified or not. I can admit that Kamala Harris.
My ears are. My ears are. I didn't hear one thing from her.
I can admit that Kamala Harris spoke over people's head. Right. I think that she went into details, and I think that when people don't have a long enough attention span, and also, to be honest, they don't really comprehend that well. They didn't understand a lot of the things that she was saying and a lot of the things she was proposing. And that's why Donald Trump speaks in short, choppy words. That's why he uses catchphrases: "Make America great again," "Drill, baby, drill." Like literally, this is how you get the attention of certain people, and you hold on to that attention. So just because you didn't have the ability to actually understand the things that she was saying does not mean that she didn't answer questions.
I don't agree. I'm sorry. I tell you how many interviews I've watched of her, and even the debate. I have to say, the first time I actually saw her actually make sense was during the debate with Trump. I thought she did pretty okay. That's the only time I really thought she did okay. But any other interviews in between was just not answering the questions.
Name me a specific interview.
I come from the suburbia.
Hold up.
I worked at McDonald's.
Watch this. Name a specific interview. I'll click on that interview. Tell me a time within that interview, and I'll click on it, and we'll listen to it for a few minutes.
Oh my gosh, let me think. Gosh, I know she had. I think she had an interview with who was it? I don't think it was CNN. And she had Tim Walsh beside. Yeah, I think she had Tim Walsh beside her. And then there's another one. I think it was with Oprah Winfrey, which that was hilarious.
Okay. Well, do you want me to pull up the CNN interview right now?
Sure.
Okay. There's part 1, 2, 3. You can pick either part 1, anywhere between 8 or up to 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Part 2, anywhere up to 8 minutes and 30 seconds, and then part 3, anywhere up to 10 minutes.
I couldn't tell you what's on each part. I don't remember.
You want me to click on a random one?
Sure.
Okay, for sure. Here's number 3. We'll click at 5 minutes, 12 seconds.
To talk. I'm just curious, staying on President Biden, when he called you and said he was pulling out of the race, what was that like? And did he offer to endorse you right away, or did you ask for it?
It was a Sunday. So here, I'll give you a little too much information.
Go for it. There's no such thing, Madam Vice President.
My family was
Yeah, too
staying
much
with us.
information that she doesn't want to
And,
divulge.
Are you going to listen? She's answering the question.
including my baby nieces. And we had just had pancakes and, Auntie, can I have more bacon?
She's
Yes, I'll
doing
make
it,
you more
Parker.
bacon. And then
She's doing it right now. She's talking about pancakes and kids. We don't give a shit.
Okay. Hey, Parker, can I have like 2 seconds? 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
This is Donald Trump at the New York Economic Club, and let's see how Donald Trump does with answering the question.
President Trump, you talked about how the increase in the price of food, gas, and rent is hurting families. But the real cost that's breaking families' backs and preventing women from participating in the workforce is childcare. Childcare is now more expensive than rent for working families and is costing the economy more than $122 billion a year, making it one of the most urgent economic issues that is facing our country. In fact, the cost of childcare is outpacing the cost of inflation, with the majority of American families of young children spending more than 20% of their income on childcare. One thing that Democrats and Republicans have in common is that both parties talk a lot about what they're going to do to address the childcare crisis, but neither party has delivered meaningful change. If you win in November, can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And if so, what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Well, I would do that, and we're sitting down. I was somebody, we had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue, but I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because the child care is child care, there's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have.
Listen, I can keep going, but I really don't think there's a point. So yeah, childcare is childcare.
Yeah, well, could have been a better answer for sure. Could have been a better answer for sure.
Do you want me to play another clip? Here's
listen,
a
I've
perfect
watched-
one. I would love for you to listen to this one real quick. This one is like really important for you to listen to. Watch this
Okay.
real quick. Okay, just real quick.
Dana Marie McNichol, Fox News Channel. Mr. President, is there an expected time frame that detainees will spend here, days, weeks, months? And does that have anything to do with the immigration judges you just spoke about being trained and staffed here?
When you say, what was the first part of your question?
Is there a specific time frame you expect the detainees to spend here, days, weeks, months?
In Florida?
Yes, here at
I'm
Alligator
going to
Alcatraz.
spend a lot. Look, this is my home state. I love it. I love your government. I love all the people around. These are all friends of mine. They know them very well. I mean, I'm not surprised that they do so well. They're great people. Ron has been a friend of mine for a long time. I feel very comfortable in the state. I'll spend a lot of time here. I want to, for 4 years, I've got to be in Washington, and I'm okay with it because I love the White House. I even fix up the little Oval Office. I make it, it's like a diamond. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It wasn't maintained properly, I will tell you that. But even when it wasn't, it was still the Oval Office, so it meant a lot. But I'll spend as much time as I can here. My vacation is generally here because it's convenient. I live in Palm Beach. It's my home. And I have a very nice little place, nice little cottage to stay at, right? But we have a lot of fun, and I'm a big contributor to Florida. Pay a lot of tax, and a lot of people move from New York, and I don't know what.
Can you tell me what the question was?
Yeah, I guess he was going off on his thing too. I didn't
Can you
see
tell me what was the question?
Gosh, I know that he was asked a question, and then I can't remember, but I know that he
Don't
didn't.
worry, he didn't remember either.
Yeah,
so that's
I
kind of
know.
like my point is that like he yapped so much about so many random
Yeah,
things that
but-
didn't make any sense in relation to the question
I
that
get-
you forgot the question, which is totally
Yeah, I
fine.
did.
I actually don't fault you at all for forgetting the question. That's Trump's fault, not
I was
yours.
waiting for an answer.
He was asked specifically about how long detainees would expect to spend specifically at Alligator Alcatraz, and he just yapped about that. It had nothing to do with the question he was asked at all. And if you want to say that Kamala Harris, which you didn't even give her the ability to answer the question, right? You're going to say that
No,
Kamala Harris,
because I've
any
seen-
example of it, you can't
I
show me
haven't
any
seen-
clip. You can't show me a
haven't
single
seen
clip of
anything with-
Kamala Harris that is that bad. I promise you. You will never be able to
Not
find
one.
me a clip of Kamala Harris that is anywhere
I
near
haven't
like
seen
that.
anything with that kind of depth with Kamala Harris. There is no depth to her. I have seen many rallies.
How is
where
that
Trump-
depth with Trump?
I'm talking. Let's go to the rallies. I mean, there was a lot in the rallies.
Wait,
There was
can I
7
ask you?
million
Actually, let me ask you a
people
question.
at
What's Donald
rallies.
Trump's healthcare plan?
I don't know his health care plan.
What's
He
his
doesn't
child
either.
care plan?
I don't know what any of that
He
is.
What's
doesn't
his
either.
housing affordability plan?
So hold on. I think that right now Trump has a million things to do. He just got into office.
He's been in
7
office
months
for
ago?
almost 7 months. Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's been left with a nightmare. He's trying to keep peace right now.
He
I mean,
wasn't. He passed one of the most harmful pieces of legislation in the BBB that added another $4 trillion to the debt, took 10 million people off of Medicaid, reduced people's SNAP benefits, and is impacting the ACA while literally disenfranchising people. He's
you wanna
targeted
talk about
undocumented
that?
immigrants. He's targeted people in the
Yes,
transgender
let me
community.
tell you-
He's
let me
targeted
tell you
people of
why.
color.
Let
Donald
me-
Trump has actually actively
Then-
targeted all the marginalized people. He's had enough time to do all the hateful shit,
Yeah,
but for
but
some
hold
reason
on
he
a
hasn't
second.
had time to do
Do you
anything
think that
good.
there's absolutely no reason for this at all? Do you not think that we were in a position where things had to be done because the country
What
was
things?
so bad off?
What things?
Like, getting immigration under control. You can go
Donald
all,
Trump hasn't done anything to get
but
immigration
listen,
under control.
You can go all over the world. You can
Donald
go
Trump
to,
hasn't done anything to
can
get
go-
immigration under control.
How do you identify?
listen, the borders are closed right now. What does that tell
That's
you?
not
Wait, can I ask you a question? How do you know if immigration is under control? Like what statistics?
Because
do
we
you use to
don't have
identify that?
millions and millions of people coming through the borders.
Border crossing. So at the end of Biden's administration, there were lower levels of border crossings on a daily basis than the end of Trump's first administration. So what Biden inherited was a worse situation for immigration under your own perspective than what he left Trump with.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that Biden became president and people were coming through the borders like by the millions? He's the one who created that.
I've said on a daily average at the end of the Biden-Harris administration, there was a lower average daily amount of people coming into the country through border crossings than what we saw at the end of Trump's first administration, meaning that what Joe Biden inherited is worse than what he ended up handing over to Trump.
Listen, I cannot sit here and honestly tell you what I saw with the immigration coming through the border at the extent that it was.
Wait, did you stand at the border and look at it yourself?
Well, it was, what do? We live under a rock? I mean, I'm not a journalist.
Wait, how
I
did
can't
you,
go
how
there
did, so
myself.
did you,
I can't go
okay,
there
so you didn't go
myself.
there. Okay, cool. So what actual empirical data did you reference to
Oh
give
my
you your
God.
perspective?
I mean, we
Because
all
you started this conversation saying that you don't have any type of facts or information. So if you didn't have any type of facts of information, that must have meant that you stood at the border and saw it yourself. It's got to
Yeah,
be
but
one of the two.
that's
That's the
it.
only way this works.
But Santana, keep in mind that the people that did come through the border, it's not a figment of our imaginations. They were taken by planes and by buses and put in hotels and given this and given that, and the American people just had enough.
Who did it?
It was
who
under the
shipped-
Biden
Who
administration.
who shipped immigrants on buses to other states and
It was
cities?
under the Biden administration.
Who shipped immigrants on
Whoever-
buses to other cities and states?
Whoever works with him.
No, it was the Republican government. It was the Republican governors, Greg
Boy,
Abbott and
what's his
also
name?
Ron DeSantis, literally took immigrants, asylum seekers, put them on buses and told them, hey, we're going to send you to this place where you can actually have opportunities. He sent them to New York. He sent them to Chicago. They kept the federal funding. And then those actual sanctuary cities had to take care of those asylum seekers because for some reason, those Republican governors thought trafficking was funny and they decided to play politics with people's lives.
Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that what under administration that all happened. It wasn't.
It was literally. So do you believe in states' rights or not?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then it was literally the Republican governors then.
I don't see how that can be.
It was literally the Republican state governors doing it.
But he was the one that, Biden was the one that put in that law 42, and it just caused more immigrants to come
Title
in.
40, Title 42. Oh my God, that one that existed under Trump. 2, that's COVID emergency policy. And 3, the existence of
And then
Title
there's
42
captain-
limited
there's
how many
captain
people were coming to the
Reese.
country.
Yes.
When Title 42 was not in place anymore, more people were able to come to the country because there was a backlog of people that were not able to come to the country during that time period during the pandemic.
I know, but they were still coming through. Everybody had and not to mention, so I think the reason why this.
I refuse. No, you're not going to glaze past that just by saying I know and then move on to something else. Go back and defend your point on the border. Those Republican governors are the ones that ship those asylum seekers to other cities, and Title 42 has nothing to do with it. Now, do you blame?
Why were the Republican senators going to the border?
Governors,
Republican governors.
The Republican governors
Republican representatives were going to the border to see the chaos. They were the ones over there, not the Democrats.
What? Address the point, lady.
Can I actually ask her?
I am.
Do you think mass deportation is a good idea?
Well, it depends. I mean, if they're not here with the legal paperwork and they don't have their affairs in order, and it's just, if they came in by the millions, I think it's too much for us to handle. That's why mass deportation is happening.
Can you name one way that mass deportation is beneficial to our society, our economy, or anything about? Right.
Well, I think it's because it was affecting the American people so much. The immigrants were taking so much from Americans, and I think it just got overwhelming.
In what way?
Like they were giving them all sorts of stuff that they weren't giving Americans, like assistance, like credit cards, like hotels, like places that we're fitting the bill for American citizens.
By the way, what you're referencing is state policy for asylum seekers that are here on a legal process, right? And it is the case that that's specifically in the context of severe weather. Right. And that's, if you believe in states' rights, well, then you should believe in the states' rights to provide access to benefits. But apparently you believe in states' rights in restricting women's access to abortion and pregnant individuals' access to abortion. But you don't believe in states' rights when it relates to literally states choosing to provide benefits for people who are legally in the country.
You have to pick a struggle. It's either states' rights or it's not. Pick one.
Well, yeah, states' rights you've got billions of people here. You have to do something. To get
billions of people here? What do you mean we have billions? What's the population? What is the population of the U.S.?
I'm telling you, immigrant-wise, thousands.
Wait, what do you mean? No, you said billions. How many people do you think live in the U.S.?
Listen, don't you know that every other country?
Stop right there. How many people live in the U.S.?
Listen, don't take it so detailed. It was.
Is it billions or is it thousands? Because you said billions first, and then you said thousands. Billions. Is it thousands or is it billions? Because those are
I know.
That's a really wide range.
I didn't mean billions. It just came out. It was you guys
let us know real quick. Just let us know real quick. What's the population of the U.S.?
I don't know. Oh gosh, I don't think I'm going to be very accurate on that.
Give us a general range.
Oh shit!
I'll give you a clue. It's not billions.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't even want to say because I'd be so off. I have no idea.
Just go for it.
10 million?
I think there's 10 million people in the United States.
20? I don't know.
You think there's 10
maybe 20 million people? We went from billions to 10 to 20 million. Try again. Let's keep going. Let's see how long it takes.
No, I can't. I don't know. I really don't know.
By the way, the chat's telling you. I just want to let you know, the chat has been saying.
Oh, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm looking at you.
That's fine. There's about 340 million people that live in this country.
Oh shit! Yeah, you see,
okay.
I had
so letting you know, millions of people coming to this country is totally fine. We actually need millions of people to come to this country in order for us to have 1% population growth. Wait, are you okay? Let me ask you this question: are you okay with 1% population growth?
I know, yeah, I know where you're going with the numbers. I know where you're going with the numbers. I think it was the way it all went down.
No, just
Go
to clarify, are you okay with
People
1%
just come
population
in with
growth?
their bags and their kids and their families from all over the
Hold on,
world.
stop. Are you okay with
border.
1% population growth?
It depends. What kind of population are you talking about?
Immigrants coming to the country.
Yes, I'm a
You're okay with that?
multicultural person.
Okay, well, that's
I
3
have-
million people a year. That's 12 million people over 4 years. If you're okay with 12 million people coming over 4 years, well, then actually you want more people to come to the country than what came under the Biden-Harris administration.
Yeah, but the way that it went down was not okay. And it bothers me. This is what gets me riled up. Every other country has a border. Why can't the states have a border? If you went to Australia, you think you're going to get into Australia just like that? No, you got to go through the border.
What countries border Australia?
At all the borders, Germany.
No,
Norway.
what
Germany,
countries border
Norway?
Australia?
Everybody has a border.
What countries border?
China has a border. Korea has a border.
Fucking and
Poland
you
has
guys
a
want to
border.
dismantle the Department of Education.
Seriously,
and
like
you
what?
guys want to get rid of the
Wait,
Department
hold
of
up.
Education.
Hold up, let me clarify. You think that Australia borders Germany?
No, I'm not telling you they border
hate it
Germany.
here.
I'm telling
I
you they
hate it
have
here.
borders.
They have borders.
Like they have to. People have to. As an American citizen, I got to go through the
Wait,
border.
so then let me clarify. What country borders Australia?
I didn't say that they bordered beside one another, or I'm
No,
not
I'm
talking
just
about
asking,
geographically.
Can you name one
I'm not
country?
talking-
Name one country that borders Australia.
I'm talking about the border to get
No,
into.
no. Answer the question. Name one country that borders Australia.
I don't know. Gosh, I don't know geography. I don't know what's close to Australia. I'm not even talking about geography. What does it matter?
There's no country that borders Australia.
Not one.
But what does that matter?
Why would you name Australia when that literally does not fit your actual point? It's an island. It's an island. It doesn't matter. No one's trying to actually cross from another country into Australia. It doesn't work that way. You guys don't know things.
I'm telling you that Australia or whatever country would not let millions of people come in the way we did. They would not. Because their government wouldn't allow it.
Wait, but we want millions of people to come to the country because it benefits us. It makes our economy bigger. It makes our society better. It makes our culture more diverse and incredible. I mean, like a lot. Wait, I just want to clarify. A lot of the things that you love in your daily life within this country come from immigrants. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Not just what they say. That's what happens in your life. Wait. Can you tell? Can you tell me? Wait. I have a question. Name a type of food unique specifically to America that did not come from another country around the world that you like. Name one thing about our culture that is specifically just in America that came from America that doesn't come from a different country around the world that you like.
Well, like an apple, like a fruits. Is that what you mean?
Fucking
apples and fruits don't come from other countries?
Oh my
no, they do. I'm just saying that maybe particularly
name something that, and culturally speaking, came from the United States, right? And didn't come from a different country around the world.
Well, mostly everything does. If you're talking about fruit wise and whatever, I mean, that's what
wait, did you say mostly everything in the United States comes from countries around the world?
Yeah.
So from immigration.
Yeah, mostly everything we get comes from, tropical countries or whatnot.
So why are you trying to limit the people from those countries when we literally need those people to actually expand our country in multiple ways? Whether you can talk about innovation, you talk about food, you talk about culture. We need those people.
Guys,
I got you. You know what? I have one thing. I got you. And it's specific to, plenty of areas, like specifically like the Midwest, and it's lack of seasoning.
Am I frustrating you? He's just like, I don't want to talk to this girl no more.
I'm a little perturbed. I'm
sorry, but I mean, that's, you know, I just feel that's why I voted for
I
Trump.
know it's the fifis in your tum-tum. We get it. But like, it's important not just to go off those fifis, right? It's important to actually have any type
Yeah,
of
and I could say the
actual.
same thing for the Democrats.
Sure, but we can give you empirical data. You literally said it was the same. I wanted to address that point, but we never got out of the blocks. We're not the same. We're not. Because we can literally actually cite sources for the things that we say. We don't make claims and just say, well, this is how I feel, or this is what I saw. We don't talk about those things. That's why I said, when you start talking about people coming across the border, were you looking at empirical data, which you admitted that you don't have, or were you standing at the border watching every single person cross? Because that's the only way it can make sense. We literally rely on statistics, data, and actual real information. We're not the same. We're not.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could look at it like that if you want, but there's other topics too that, again, you're going to go to statistics, like apart from the immigration and
How
the
dare
border.
us? How dare we go to statistics? How dare
Well,
we use facts?
I'm just saying, like, for instance, this is going to get you boiling. The legal system being weaponized. I heard that it was Donald Trump weaponizing the legal system when I feel it's the complete opposite.
Okay.
Even the judge seeing
How
his
so?
case was a supporter of the Democratic Party, and so was his daughter.
Wait, who? What was her name?
I don't know her name.
Her?
I don't know her name. His daughter. I just know that the judge looking, and not to mention that they had him in court, so he couldn't go to rallies, so he couldn't really go out there. It was all set up.
He couldn't go to rallies because he didn't pay his bills.
Well, I just feel the opposite that you guys feel. You know what I mean? This is what I mean about Democrats and Republicans. What
So
you
I
feel
just,
about
I
us.
just want to let you know you don't know the jury, right? You don't know the judge. You don't know anything about the case, and yet you have enough reason to dispute it.
Well, because I'm just telling you, like, so basically when you have like a mostly liberal state against you that hates you, it doesn't help. And then you have corrupt state attorneys, which we now know, you know, I mean, you know that Biden was behind that. They were having.
What about Biden?
Well, he was behind it. He was the one who hired them. They had meetings.
What about Biden?
Let's bring down Trump. Let's bring him down. That's what they did. That's what they tried to do.
Okay, so none of the cases you can point to specifically, right, are like politically biased. Trump just claims that they're politically biased so that people just believe it's fake news and believe it's false information, regardless of the evidence provided. And I really don't know how the hell he convinced millions of people to just believe things with no fucking evidence, nothing, and just believe everything alternative to that is fake news. Like, seriously, like
I know how they did.
How the hell?
I know how he did
so
it,
many
Parker.
people to do that. That's nuts.
Parker, I know how he did it. He addressed the fifis in their tum-tum. He made sure to actually tap into the fifis in their tum-tum, and he made them feel good. That's how he did it.
Well, actually, I was afraid. Let me tell you something. My biggest fear was war. I was afraid that bomb was going to fall on my house because I didn't feel like we had any leadership.
What are you
with
talking
Biden.
about? You think if Kamala? Wait, hold up. You think if Kamala
I'm just
Harris
being
was
honest.
Wait, I'm sorry.
My biggest fear is war.
I just want to clarify. You think if Kamala Harris were president, someone would have bombed your house?
No, I didn't say that. No. I said that if we had no, can you see Kamala Harris standing there with Putin or the Chinese or China and negotiate with them? I can't.
Yes. Wait, I just want to let you know, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have significantly higher confidence rates than Donald Trump worldwide on a world stage.
But there's
very
him.
few countries specifically
He's
where
weak.
Donald Trump has
They're
a higher
weak.
confidence rating.
They're not respected by our enemies, by Iran, by Israel, by nobody. Not Israel.
Can I ask you a question?
Should be our enemy.
I'm afraid. Go ahead.
Donald Trump ran on something his first term. There was something that he wanted to build. He said, build that what? What did he want to build? What did he want to build?
The wall.
And who did he say was going to pay for it?
Mexico.
Did Mexico pay for the wall?
I thought that they did, but
They
I'm
did.
not.
Well, technically, yes, they did. They did, but not under Donald Trump. Kamala Harris was actually successful in securing funds from Mexico to actually help with the border wall building. So literally, she was able to negotiate with Mexico and do something that Donald Trump said he wanted to do but couldn't do.
Wait, I didn't even know this.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, that was part of, so they keep calling her the border czar, but the thing that she was responsible for doing was actually going down to the, the triangle countries or whatever. And so she did that, but she also negotiated, I think it was 1.5 billion from Mexico that went towards border security. Like literally she negotiated a deal with Mexico to quote unquote pay for the wall.
Right? But I thought they were against the wall.
What does that have to do with the actual ability to negotiate with world leaders where Donald Trump could not? She literally did something Trump couldn't do.
Yeah, I don't know about that negotiation. I wasn't aware of that negotiation. Never heard of it. Never even heard of it.
I mean, and the difference between Republicans and Democrats is Democrats have facts and Republicans go off what they see. And you know what? You didn't see it, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't aware of that. I thought it was him that negotiated that, and that's all I've ever heard.
And there were more troops defending the border under the Biden-Harris
May I
administration.
just say, I know you're running out of time. May I just say that I think that part of the reason why we're in this situation and so many people voted for Trump, because I think that things got so bad, not only politically and border-wise, in our opinion, just our opinion, border-wise, and then it got very woke. Like
what is woke?
Yeah, can you define woke for us?
Women, like men and women's sports and trans and women's bathrooms. It just
trans people.
And then in my school,
I have a question. I have a question. So you think specifically that trans men, for example, because they're biologically female, should go into the women's restroom?
Yeah. Why would you want to go to a? Why would you want to go into?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a picture of a trans man. You're telling me he should go into the women's restroom. You're telling me he should go into the women's. You're telling me he should go into the women's restroom.
Wait, you're doing the opposite. You're doing.
I'm actually not. Do you think?
That's not the kind of trans I'm thinking.
Do you think what trans people? He's a trans man. Do you think that he should go into the women's restroom because he's biologically female?
Oh no, that's not the same.
Wait. So someone who's biologically female shouldn't go into the women's restroom.
Well, you're twisting it around, Parker. If you get a trans, I'm thinking about a guy.
Transgender people. Why do you keep saying that? That's weird.
No, I just mean that
trans people.
I'm not. I have nothing against them.
You keep calling them a trans.
Yeah, that's
you should. What do you want me to call them?
Transgender people.
Transgender people. Okay. I don't mean any disrespect. I have no problem with anybody. Really. I don't have like I don't care if you're gay. I don't have a racist bone in my body.
Donald Trump's quite literally, right, is actively harming trans people. Trans people are getting kicked out of the military just for being trans. Literally just for being trans.
And I agree with that, Parker. I agree with that.
Wait, you think trans people should be kicked out of the military?
Yes, I do.
Why? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, why should they be in the military?
Because they literally signed up to actually serve their country and put their life on the line. What are you talking about?
Why should they be kicked out?
But because it's not the same thing. Because you have quarters that they have to stay in, and you're disrespecting. Guys, listen, it's nothing new. A lot of people feel this way. It's nothing new.
Wait.
Trans people
No. I just want to let you know. Wait, again, I know someone who's trans who's been in the military for over a decade, and they are literally getting kicked out of the military for being trans.
Yes, because why should they serve in a situation where they're staying with men that might not be comfortable with that don't understand it? They're looking to be supported.
So then you would disagree with racial integration of the military, right? Like historically speaking, because white men were uncomfortable, you disagree with the racial integration of the military. That's fucking nuts.
I just meant men, not white. It doesn't matter, black, white. I meant men.
Well, but wait, under that same premise, Parker made a complete point, because at a certain point of time, black people were not considered to be the same as white people. We were literally, 3/5, right? I mean, at a certain point, we were not, quote unquote, just normal people. Just like you, for some reason, look at transgender people and not being normal people. So under your same premise, black people shouldn't be allowed to serve with white people in the military.
No, I don't think that at all. I don't think that at all. I never have.
But wouldn't racist white people be uncomfortable?
Well, I mean, that's their problem. That's pushing the envelope.
Exactly. Oh my God, you ran right into the point.
Right into it. Just
yeah, but I don't consider black men the same as a transgender person.
You know there are transgender black men?
people,
black men and transgender black women. Listen, hey,
Like literally, like
it's
what?
called intersectionality. It's called, like, you can't exclude transgender people because you're saying, oh, it's not black people. No, there are literally black transgender people that are being affected by this. Like, you can't make that exclusion. It's intersectionality.
Yeah, but you might have a situation where it doesn't matter if that transgender person is black. It has nothing to do on why they're not in the military. It's because they're trans.
Wait, so it's okay to discriminate on them for being transgender, but not discriminate on them for being black?
Well, I guess so, if that's how you want to put it.
Holy shit!
Because I don't care if you're black.
Holy
and I think I don't care if you're black.
Wait. What about someone who's trans? What about them being trans? Right, specifically means that you think that they should be restricted from being in the military. Seriously.
I just think that because of what they're doing, it's not what the military needs.
In what way?
It's just they're on female hormones. They're on all sorts of shit.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you think that trans people like only specifically take estrogen? Do you not know that there's trans people that take testosterone?
I don't know what they take. I really don't. Can't say.
Well, then how do you know enough about trans people to say that they should be kicked out of the military then?
I'm just saying that I think it affects a lot of their biological situation, and I think that they just don't belong in the military.
That's not the reason why Trump listed as to why they were kicked out of the military.
Well, I don't know if it has anything to do with I'm wondering if it's insurance wise. Because they use
it has nothing to do with any of that. It's specifically
maybe money.
No. The Trump administration simply just said it's because they can't be truthful with themselves.
Yeah,
that's literally what they said. When Donald Trump has 30,000 confirmed lies, he cheated on every single one of his wives.
Yeah, well, so has every other politician in the world.
No, Kamala Harris has not done 30,000 confirmed lies. Kamala Harris did not cheat on every single one of her significant others. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you can't point just Donald Trump out for cheating on his wife. There's a billion politicians on the White House. You said specifically, right? He's truthful with who he is, right? Who, Trump?
Yeah, you think he's truthful with who he is? No.
Well,
that's an example of him not being truthful.
Well, let me just say, I'm sure this is not going to make a difference. I wasn't always a Republican. I used to be a Democrat, and I just switched.
I used to be a Trump supporter. I grew up in a Christian conservative household. Before I had the ability to vote when I was in high school, I was a Trump supporter. We'd change our views over time. You can change your views back again and realize that you were in the wrong right now. And it is the case that you can be on the right side of history.
Yeah, and you are also 20 years old, and maybe in 10 years, you're going to be a different person.
I'm 38. So what now?
Yeah, I know. Well, you're there.
I'm 38, and I literally share the same views as Parker.
I'm not saying that that's not. I'm just saying that who knows how he's going to feel in 10 years. People change.
Yeah, literally. One thing that you don't understand, and listen, this is something that I'll give you and every other Trump supporter listening. Black people, especially Black people from the South, because most of Black people live in the South, tend to be more conservative than anything. Literally, they tend to be more conservative. But the difference is that we don't vote for harm. We don't vote against other people. Literally, we understand that marginalized people are being attacked everywhere. And guess what? We know for a fact that just because you guys are talking about transgender people, it does not mean that we're special. It just means that we're next.
What do you mean next?
It means once you guys finish targeting transgender people and undocumented immigrants, you're going to go after Black people. That's how it works. You continue to actually go after the minorities, the marginalized people, the people that you feel like other people won't care about because there's not enough people to care. And then you finally get to the person that's next. We're next. We're not special. We're next. And that's why we have such a problem. And that's why Black people don't vote conservative, even though they tend to be conservative.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a lot of Republican Black people, as far as I know.
It's not. It's literally not.
Okay. Well, I still really like you guys, even though, it is what it is. Oh, they got a violation.
They just got flagged.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Eli, is there something you'd like to say to them before I have to kick them?
I actually just woke up, but I just want you to know, you should send my account a follow. I'm a 32-year-old trans man.
Don't do it, Eli. Fuck her. I'm sorry.
I served, if you can hear my voice, I served the country for 13 years. I only get to do it for one more week because of people like you. But my uniform isn't going to stop me from actually like taking care of people and unlike a lot of the people that are out on the streets doing the absolute opposite of what their oath is supposed to entail. I'll never forget my oath, and I'll never stop taking care of people. I don't need to wear a uniform to do it. But you should be a better person, because what you want is for people like me to be in the women's restroom, and that's silly. that's just silly. But hey, Santana, I missed all of it. I just woke up and started hearing y'all's voice.
She made me crash. I'm not. I can't even hold it. She made me crash. She made me a little bit squirrely.
I'm sure it was a valid crash out. Anytime I hear either of you crash out, I know it's valid. Yeah. Well, I'll be here listening. Are you going to be live for a little bit longer, Parker?
I'm actually just about to get off here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then, good seeing you both. Love y'all, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Good seeing you, man. Alrighty. Let me say thank you to some people, and then I'm gonna get off for tonight. Just by the way, everyone, for the 6.2 thousand people here on TikTok and 3.3 thousand people here on YouTube, I'd really appreciate if you send me a follow. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you are new, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. I'm on my main account, been getting banned consistently all the time on this account, so I'd really appreciate if you follow, subscribe. Make sure you are, and if you are here on TikTok and you'd like to support me in any type of way, really the best way you could do that is go over to my YouTube, like the stream here on YouTube, and subscribe to my YouTube. We're about to hit to 250,000 subscribers, which is fucking nuts, absolutely fucking nuts. So I just want to say I really appreciate every single one of y'all. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Let me say thank you to a few people. I know that Santana will probably have a few people to thank. And then I'm going to end it for today, everyone. I just want to say I really appreciate it. Tiffany, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I really appreciate it. Andrew with the $6. Thank you so much. Matthew, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Trisha, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Matthew with the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Irma, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. Rahul, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you. And I have some people on YouTube to thank real quick. If you'd like to mention yours off first, you can go for it.
No, go ahead, because I was actually doing one other thing over here on the side. You're good.
For sure. And for YouTube, Naomi, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Naomi. Jason, thank you so much for the $10. Glampire, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thomas with the $5. System, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2. Thank you so much. Sherry with the $7. Thank you. Naomi with the $2. Kurt with the $20. Thank you so much, Kurt. I really appreciate it. Jamie with the $5. System with the $2. Thank you so much. Kim with the $5. Thank you so much. Kurt with the $20. Thank you so much, Kurt. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jolish with the $10. System with the $2. Thank you so much. Ron with the $50. Thank you so much, Ron. I really appreciate it. Bernard with the $20. Thank you so much. System with the $2 again. Silent with the $20. Thank you so much. Elysian, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you. Ice Cream, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. System again with the $5. Players, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Gwendolyn, thank you so much for the $5. Alexander with the $5. Yehoshua, thank you so much for the $3.50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, everyone. Seriously, thank you, everyone, for all the fucking support. I really appreciate it.
And also, Libby, thank you for the 20, saying thanks for not being an idiot. Libby, don't steal my word. Carla, thank you for the $4.86 for the brain cells you lost and will never get back. Yes, absolutely. Alaskan Fury, Whitney, what up? Get Eli back up and Parker, is there any way that Eli could come back up for a second?
Absolutely.
Eli, can you request up for a second? Whitney has something for you. Whitney has been going off, partner. Parker. Dang it, not partner, Parker. W's in the chat for Whitney. And also W's in the chat for Joel, who sent a $10 donation saying the next thing is true. The governor of Indiana already said interracial marriage should go to the states. Absolutely. And saying, yes, that's exactly what they're doing. Eli, Whitney has something for you. Hold on for a second. And I want to be here for this.
Hi, everybody. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Fucking W's in the chat for. Did that scare both of you? I knew it was coming.
Yes.
Boom.
That scared me. I was elevating, and I did not expect.
I knew
that.
it was coming.
Oh my God, Whitney.
Oh, fucking awesome. Whitney has been going off. Whitney is fucking amazing. W's in the chat for Whitney.
Seriously.
I gotta tell you, that's only happened to me one other time, and it was in Dean's Live the very first time that I had only shared my story one time before, and it was on your live, and the last time was like kind of the beginning of this year, and holy shit, Whitney, thank you. Also, anybody who has like ever sent me anything, I appreciate you so much. I can't even possibly begin to describe the appreciation. I'm like, holy fuck, Whitney. Would you send me I don't know if we're like mutuals or not, but if you would send me like a DM or something just to make sure that we are. Thank you so much. Holy shit.
Right?
I can't even process that. That is so much.
That had me hyped. Sorry.
Oh my God. Thank you, Parker, for letting me come back up. And
Of course.
Oh my God. Thank you. Holy shit. All right. I'll give you a shout out, Whitney, and thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I had just two quick more. Gwendolyn, thank you for the 5. Trans people are truly themselves. Thank you. They go through hell just to be themselves. Thank you both. Absolutely. Absolutely. And also, Joshua, thank you for the $3.50. Hey, Santana, big fan here. Listen, you're not a fan. You're a friend. We're family. But W's in the chat for everybody. Thank you so much. And Parker, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Have a good night, everyone. I love y'all so much.
Oh, Marge got that one. Now it's that. I mean that.
What was that, bitch? I'm referring to you as your pronoun, sir. That's all. I'm just referring to you as your pronoun.
I didn't say that's my pronoun.
Oh, well, I asked you what your pronoun was multiple times and you refused to